There's a new setting on at least on the iPhone, of whether you want to be vertical or horizontal. And if you don't choose, it goes directly to vertical for you, whether you like it or you don't. Okay, hopefully you guys will come along here. Chat filter, all messages. Hello, so sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why my laptop won't turn on. It's just one of those days, I can see. It probably came unplugged somewhere and died. So bear with me here while I move stuff around so I can see your comments. All right, there we go. So, and yeah, my Crafty Critta stuff didn't come yet. It's coming today, but it didn't come yet. So we're gonna do the Craft Roulette 185 card. And the project is a card with a pocket. Colors are fresh and clean. And hi everyone. Hi Kathleen, Melody, Linda, Chow, Peggy. Element is rhymes with ool. And random is columns. So I'm still going to do a little foiling because I want to foil these fish. This is from ArtStacks, the latest version, which was the Tracy Verdugo Under the Sea. And this stuff will foil. So I'm going to foil this with this. These are going to be my fresh, clean colors, Summer Hills. And this is toner foil, by the way. Ah, these stickers. Ugh. Hey, Dawn. Sorry about all the confusion. There's a new setting when you're setting up a live from your phone. And I wanted to do this from my phone so I can zoom in and out. Doing it from StreamYard doesn't give you a zoom option. So first I'm going to foil these fishies. Hi, Diane. Yeah, glad I got it fixed too. I didn't realize that all that setting garbage. Let's try it on 3. I think 3 will be fine. It doesn't have to be foiled perfectly because you know me and I'm kind of in a grunge space. I just need to find my carrier sheet. And let's go. Let me cut this in half here. I'm going to do both sets of fishes. Just pull off anything I don't need. Huh? No, I don't like pink. I mean, I like some pinks, but I don't like hot pink. I couldn't find my black vinyl, otherwise this bad boy would be black. But it's got its little, hi Elizabeth, it's got its little Halloween outfit on. So I'm dusting off my foil and I'm dusting off my little sheet here. And then let's lay this on here so it covers all the fishes. Might have to trim some off. I don't mind. Ugh, static. All right, this is a brand new carrier sheet, so it doesn't have its smushy fold yet. It will once it goes through the machine. There we go. All right, let's see how we Spidey, yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah, hot pink is just not my favorite. I liked it better than the white one, though. I definitely don't do white. Well, hello, Texas Gal Crafts. Oh, have fun with the meal planning. Yay. This is just a waiting game right here. I've got a little die underneath my magnet right here. gonna take this out, kind of let it cool for a minute. Did I put it on backwards? I might have. I don't think I did though. Now, it doesn't say I have to do, oh good, it foiled. It doesn't say I have to do a clean and simple card. It just says to do clean and simple, or clean and fresh colors. So I'm feeling the greens. So let's do the solid ones now. Back this up out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing here. We'll go kind of that way with it. Let's grab my foil. No, I just laid the vinyl on and trimmed it off with my razor. So the vinyl doesn't cover the whole thing, and then on top of the vinyl is washi tape. All right, let's get my little Swiffer cloth here and dust. This paper's been sitting around for a while, and so is this foil. Tell you what though, if my stuff comes while my live is happening, then we'll dig into it. Make sure I get all the fishes covered. Are all the fishes covered? They are. And since this is a wider, goes almost the whole dimension, I'm just going to trim off this little excess foil right here. I had this whole cover off. This is, by the way, little pops of color spider that I made. Just for the fun of it. I had the whole cover off, and I could have done the whole thing. Not the sides. I wouldn't do the sides because there are too many kind of creases and stuff in them that stuff would have a risk of peeling off. This, I don't mind if it peels off because, its next outfit is going to be a fall outfit. Okay, that's all I'm going to foil for this project. Put my mink away and unplug it. I always unplug them when I'm done. And I did make a little video of myself taking my mink apart so you could see how, but I don't recommend it if you're still under warranty. I do not recommend. And I do not recommend taking apart if you don't have, like any kind of mechanical inclination. All right, there we go. Lovely. And I can use this leftover foil. If I get that white stuff, we'll do it on the white stuff. Or maybe the gold. That might look really cool on the gold. We shall see. Oh, you're back. That was fast, Melissa. Okay, so we've got our foiled fish. And then I have my inside sentiment that says, be brave enough to be bad at something new. I'm not going to foil that or do anything to it. Then I've got, so you need to have columns. So I have several choices of columns here. There are columns on a dictionary page, right? There are columns on this, and then here's a book where it has columns, and then I have another dictionary page, which is a little bit more blurry than obviously this one, but this one isn't quite white. I would have to calm it down some. So there are 4 rollers. And I did show pictures, and I tried to show it in my video. Now, 2 of the rollers are hidden behind a housing, but if you turn it just the right way, you can see them. And they do appear to be a little bit smaller than the rollers that are visible. Yeah, I mean, some, you know, some folks have said, well, the manual says, well, look, I looked at the manual, what I could find. I don't have mine. I'm bad about keeping stuff like that. I'm going to use this little guy. He says blah, blah, blah. There's nothing about roller amounts in the manual. And the manual is it's the same manual that's for the Big Mink. So basically just tells you how to use it. Now what I'm doing here is I'm getting this wet so I can tear it out, because it's on like a rice tissue paper. And I got that one a little too close to my little bees. There we go. So I'm gonna do typical me fashion card for my craft roulette. I've been all over the place with my style lately, but there's always the tried and true, which is kind of the collage-y sort of mixed media style. So you just get that wet, and then you can tear it around where you, oops, I got her wet. That's okay. It just makes her grungier. Okay, got a little roadblock right there. Get around it. Okay, so I've got my fish. I've got my little blah, blah, blah guy. Let's see. Card with a pocket, fresh and clean, rhymes with ool. That's my school of fish. And columns. Okay. Then the stencil has columns. So I could also use the columnar part of the stencil. But the problem is that if I do that, I'm going to get away from the fresh and clean idea. So I think I'm going to use, the book page as a background. Let's start there. This thing is dirty. I'm really bad about cleaning my stamps after I use them, but I do want to clean it off because I don't want to transfer any other colors. I want to keep the rest black and white. Hi, Gloria. Oh, I've been fighting with this orientation like crazy. And I was watching Craft Roulette the other night, and it was skipping constantly on my iPad. And other people were complaining it was skipping on their iPads too, but it was fine on their phones and stuff like that. So I don't know what YouTube is up to these days. What kind of shenanigans. All right, let's grab some watercolor paper here. And I want to make sure I get this kind of in the middle so that it illustrates the columns. And I want a really light gray color. Let's grab wolf. We'll do wolf. It's pretty light. We'll see. We'll see if it's light enough. If not, I'll start over or I'll go straight black. All right, Dawn. Thanks for stopping in when you could. Since I'm working on watercolor paper, I want to give it a nice good pressure here. Okay, yeah, I got columns. Let me trim this down right now so that, because this is my watercolor paper, it's 4.5. So I want to trim this down to about 4, and that should make the columns about even. And then we're going to go 5 1/4. Okay, there's our background. Hi, Crystal. Okay. Hopefully everybody can see that. It got a little bit blurry, but it's the whole idea is there. Got my school. I don't know. This guy doesn't go with that at all, but I just love him because he says blah, blah, blah. And that's how I feel about people in their mouths sometimes. Wah, 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 wah. Now I pulled out some, I do want color on here. So I pulled out some of my Distressed Mica Stain. And I'm going to, and I was just looking at orientation here. If I get him here, I kind of want those to be up in here and around in here. And I'm just going to drip them on. Like that. Not a bunch, just some. Oh my goodness, Gloria, that's weird. Who's been bringing your medication? That is weird. Oh, I haven't opened this one yet. Okay, that's why it won't open. Because I probably have another one that's already open. Now, since I stamped that with Simon Hurley ink, it would easily run, so I'm not going to spray these at all. Just going to drip. Come on. You will. Ah, I did not want that to happen, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Now I have to dry them. Hi, Jay. Oh, I've got a hot mess over here with stuff everywhere. Have I unplugged this? I think I unplugged this. Hang on. No, I didn't. Let's get these dry. Hi, Anj. Maybe I'm not going to put the blah, blah, blah guy on. I don't know. I might have changed my mind. This is going to take it a minute to dry because those drips were pretty heavy. And I don't want to smash them. I could take a piece of paper towel and try and soak it up a little. Just the corner here. Yeah, that works. Because I don't want to spread these out any. Just soak those bad boys up. Okay. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations on the new grandson. Just want to make sure this is totally dry before I move on to the next step. Might not even work, y'all. It's an experiment. Do you guys need me to zoom in any? This is why I did this from my phone instead of my app. So that I could zoom in and out, because my app doesn't allow me to zoom in and out. Kind of crazy. Hopefully that's a little better for you. So I took out here these shape dies, and I've got a shape die that says hi from scrapbook.com. So I could just do the fishies with the hi. Something like this. With the hi. Rhymes with ool, that's a school, fresh and clean, colors, columns, and then all I have left to do is create a pocket. I have an idea. Okay. So I'm going to start with these fishies here, and I don't need this whole piece. I can save the rest for another project. Uh-oh, fingers aren't wanting to work. Come on, let's go. There we go. So I want to kind of soften the edge of this tissue right here. So I'll do it the same way I did. Just kind of get it wet. I'm going to pick it up and just kind of tear. I didn't get it wet enough. Don't tear my fishy. Okay. So I've got my multimedia mat. Oh boy. I can't get it open. I may be using a different one. Nope, there it goes. Okay. Got a little dirt in there. I think that's cinnamon. I don't know. I was messing around. I'm always messing around with something. Okay. Now, I had out my little... Here it is. Snake, it would have bit me. Now, I'm going to put this stuff on the tissue and not on the paper because I don't want to mess up my ink that's there already. Carefully, carefully, carefully pick it up, and then carefully, carefully, carefully lay it down, and then put the multimedia mat over top of it. Like yay. Now that's going to mattify those fish a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, and then we need to get our bottom fish on here. Well, I could just put bigger fish across the bottom. That might look better. Even though they're upside down. I don't want them to be upside down. I have a problem with that. Okay. I'm just going to tear. Let's see here. How do I want this to go? All right, I want to soften this edge right here. I'm not going to try and tear it by itself anymore because it just wants to rip the whole doggone thing. Come here, you. So I'll just do it like yay. That's good. I got a little blue in there. That's okay. I'm still not mad. I don't know how I got that there. I must have had it already on my mat and didn't see it. Didn't clean it good enough. That's on me. Michelle, it is a challenge. So it's a program, a game show on Friday nights called Craft Roulette. And what happens is Mary Gunn, she's the host. Every Friday night she has a guest on there. And they spin a wheel. And the wheel picks the 4 parameters. And the guest and she make a card, and the audience can make cards too. And then the next week, you submit the card that you made. And then the next week, if you submitted a card, you get your name on a wheel for a drawing for prizes. And it's just fun. It's just fun to see what people will come up with. So for instance, my colors here are fresh and clean. That's so completely up to interpretation. Some people's fresh and clean might be just black and white. Some people's fresh and clean might be pink and orange. So there's really no wrong answer. But some of the parameters, like there needs to be a pocket here somewhere. Now I could have a pocket on my little guy. I could have a pocket in the card itself. And then your random, it needs to have columns. That again is up to interpretation. What's a column to you? And then rhymes with ool. That could be school, tool, jewel, fool. And you do those 4 parameters. And so I love playing. It's so much fun. And watching, you know, the guests. And, you know, there are some really, Kathy Zilski was on there. Ardith is on there frequently. Amanda Stevens. All kinds of great guests. So anyway, it's called Craft Roulette. If you Google it, you'll see. And she has a website. It's craftroulette.live. Okay. These won't take long to dry. This one's already pretty much dry. I'm going to just trim off that excess. This one's still kind of wet, so let me just give it some help. Hi, Jeanette. Foot. Yeah, and it's a live show, so there's tons of audience participation. A lot of times there's hundreds of people on there. And it's just about every Friday night. The host, Mary Gunn, she's a hoot. She's really sweet, and she's a great artist. But she does, like, a lot of times her cards, she'll draw whatever it is. And it's not like, you know, Picasso. Well, it could be like a Picasso, but it's not like, you know, fine art drawings. It's down-to-earth drawings. So really, really cool if you ever are free on a Friday night. She starts a slideshow at 6:10, and the regular show I think starts at 6:40. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys can correct me. Hey, Randy. So okay, so we've got all this. We've got our columns. We've got our rhymes with ool, which mine is school. We've got, to me, fresh and clean colors. I was thinking I might make the high be a pocket. Let's see if I can make that work. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. I might still, okay, don't put it past me to not throw some of this in here. I just have to go very, very light. Because again, it doesn't say clean and simple card, it says fresh and clean colors. Okay, this never makes me a happy camper. Let's look at the size of that, what that's gonna look like. If it went like that, could I make it a pocket? That needs to get stuck down some more. I'm not going to worry about it right this second. And I would do that. think I would do that in white. See, this almost doesn't look white. So in order to really match it up, I'm going to use the same watercolor paper to cut it out. Because it's the same color, sort of ish. All right, let's do that. Let's cut that out. I love this thing. I can't say it enough. I'm gonna need to trim this down though. I see you saying something about sire, but I can't see it because the heart's in the way. And you can make the pocket on the inside as long as you know, tell them what you did. I can't pick that up. All right, let's cut up the small high too. Blame sire. Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you guys for bumping that. I see what you're doing there. Silly heart. YouTube keeps changing itself and breaking us. Hey, Mike. Thanks for coming. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Don't want to lose my little tittle. And that's going to need to be a color since this is a white. So let's get it colored. Come on. And okay, so I think I'm gonna go with the green. Let's do Simon Hurley. Overzealous. And I'm going to grab my little one of my pounce type tools. Get the dark green off of there that's on. All you do to clean these is just, you know, this. I think the last color I used was a Gina K color, and it's a very, very intense color. I want to keep this light. Still a little on the dark side, but that's okay. And to kind of pull in this sort of tie-dye look, let me pull in a little bit of blue. See if there's anything just left on my pouncy tool. Not enough. So let's grab a let's grab sea glass. Just throw a couple of hints of sea glass here and there. That kind of pulls it all together color-wise. Maybe a little bit of yellow, but if I go with yellow, I'm gonna have to go with an oxide. Let's go with squeezed lemonade. I've got a little pouncy tool here. Okay. I know, I made her happy with the green. Well, it just so happens that I like green an awful lot too. An awful lot. I especially love green and turquoise and yellow together. Okay, so we will attach that sucker. Where did my glue go? I'll use my Barely Arts. We'll see if it behaves itself. Kind of. I like this little sentiment because it's so big. I mean, it's, you know, it's chunky. So it can be the focal point on a card. One thing about Barely Arts, it gives you a minute to get your stuff adjusted before it grabs. Okay, where's our background piece? Yeah, it's not going to work out as a pocket, I don't think, unless... Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. I think I can make a little tag that'll fit in there. I'm thinking. Let me grab my tags. Hey, Jim. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Try not to run over my things. Let me see. Where are my tag guys? Over here, I think. Be right with you while I rearrange the whole room. Let's see. There we go. I need one big enough to handle the fish. Okay, here we go. That's gonna be, I think that's gonna be pretty doggone big, but I could shorten it, but it will handle the fish. Nah, I think I want a different tag die. Different tag die, different one. I need something smaller. Well, I'll be doggone. Maybe I can just cut my own. I don't necessarily have to have a die. Let's just make a tag. We can make it any doggone size we want, right? But first I want to get my fish on there. Can I do a circle? I can do whatever I want once I get my fish down. Circle might be cute. For this one, I can put my multimedia mat down on the watercolor paper because there's nothing for it to smear. Try and scrape off the excess. We'll go boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, walnut chew. Let's put the lid on this so it doesn't dry out. So yeah, I mean, the high, definitely it could just be, so technically it's not really a pocket unless it's got something. I could do what Mary did. Remember what Mary did? She did a piece of acetate. Let's see. I think maybe not acetate. I think maybe vellum. I don't know. I don't know. See if I can find my vellum. You could glue down the two sides, but I wouldn't necessarily classify it like that as a pocket if there's nothing for it to sit in. But if I do something like this, let's see, how low can I go? Or how low do I want to go is the question. Let's think about this, because what can be the pocket is all the way across here with the vellum. Yeah, I think that might work. Let's cut that vellum. Let's cut that down to about 1.25 inches. Went somewhat like that. I mean, if I were to sew that, it would definitely be a pocket, but I'm not going to sew it because I still don't have my sewing machine act together. And then I would want to somehow seal it at the bottom. Okay, I have an idea. Let's flip this over and fold these bad boys over right now. Get them taped down. Boop, boop, did-em, did-em. I always get that song stuck in my head when anybody does fish on a video. So I would want something across here, and that's all smeary and that's fine. And I could still, then I could put my high down a little bit lower, and this is just going to actually be the pocket. Okay, so I need, I don't want washi. I think I'll just go with a straight piece of white strip. Oh, you got it fit. Your sewing machine working? Thank goodness. White strip is going to become the bottom of the pocket. Okay, let's think that through kind of a little bit. I got goober on here, but it doesn't really matter. I just don't let that stuff bother me too much. Let's get a piece of I'm looking for my skinny. There we go. Well, I will have my Crafty Critta stuff by tomorrow, so we'll play with it tomorrow on my live. I probably will do another late afternoon, though. I probably won't do any more evening lives. Oh. We got it crooked, and we can't have that too much. Okay. Then if high is here, then we can do our little taggy. Let's get, these guys aren't dry yet. Let's get them dry. Yeah, washi tape is a good idea too. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. As simple as a card that I can simply do. I mean, I can do it clean and simple, but not very well. I think I already told you guys, Mike likes to call me his little peacock. All right, so let's make this into a tag. And that way I can make it any size tag I want. Maybe a little bit smaller. Well, I'm gonna trim those off. Yeah, a bit smaller. Let's do my little tag clipper. Where are ya? Where are you, tag clipper? Well, I have this thing. It might be too big though. Let's find out. Well, what happens here? I'm afraid I'll wreck it. Let me test it on. Let me test it on a scrap piece here. Try not to smush my fingers. Okay, I see what it cuts off. That's okay if it cut a little bit of the fish off. I don't mind. And then around those corners, do the 4mm. That looks weird. No, I don't like. I no likey. Well, nope. Right, but it's not clean and simple. It's clean and fresh colors. So that's the thing. Oops, now I screwed that up. So I'm going to have to trim the whole doggone thing. This is why I hate trimming off with scissors. That's okay. I'll trim it. I can't. Okay. Can't trim it because I have this folded over. It has a pocket, right? You don't have to have anything in the pocket. You just need a pocket, and it has a pocket. I'll save that tag for something. Okay, let's put that. So my clean and simple colors were the green and blue. Has a pocket. Okay, we need the inside of a card. So let me choose a card base. Yeah. Okay, so let's make sure we get it going the right way. Okay, it's a top folder. Okay, and I haven't glued my hide down yet. Because I will give this card to somebody. Lost my water brush. Here it is. Put the H in the pocket. Oh gosh, Melissa, that's so sweet of you to say, but no. No. I really like this sentiment. Because, I mean, most of the time when you pick something up, something new, you're not automatically good at it. You have to practice. But if you don't try, you'll never get the practice. Let go. Now I'm going to have to go very light on my glue on this paper because it's just 110 pounds, not really waterproof. Let's kind of wipe here because I've got a hot mess everywhere I look. Let's get the multimedia mat. Oh, you guys are so kind. Hi, Melissa. Put the H in the pocket. Yeah, I might do that, Jim. That's probably a pretty good idea. Try and scrape off the excess here. And I don't care if it's on there straight or not. Oh, I'm glad you got your meds, Gloria. Now I have to just kind of wait for this to dry, and it is going to get crinkly and weird. And that's okay because it's a mixed media card. Now, I broke this right here. You saw me break it. I think that I can just leave that. So like that, Jim, are you thinking? If I do that, I need something. I need a sub-sentiment here. What would I put? Okay. I made these. We could do "You got this," just a note to say hello. Let's see how that'll look. Stick the what in the pot? I have to wait for somebody dot that thing so I can see what she said. Stick the whole high in the pocket. Let's see. I mean, that sort of works. I still need a sub-sentiment, though. That sort of does work. I do like this tag. It just doesn't work here because the fish are just going the wrong direction. I may be a little bit OCD about things like that. All right, let's cut this sentiment out and see. What is all over me? Oh, I want it just a note to say hello, not "You got this." So these could be foiled too, but I'm not going to foil it. Yeah, a bit more. Not even close. So to place the sentiment inside, I used, it's tissue, and I used, I don't even know where I put it, multimedia matte. You can use just about any, like, matte medium that you want that's meant for, like, you could use a matte, what do you call that, Aleene's stuff? No, not Aleene's, that Mod Podge stuff. You could use a, Dina Wakley has one. I have one here that's made by Liquitex. So there's lots of different. Okay, let's cut that off and see where it should live. Oh, you're welcome. I think I want that there. All right, let's see how it's all gonna come together here. Okay, I definitely want that there. I'm still on the fence about where I want to put the high. Now ArtStacks recommends the Dina Wakley, or maybe it's Diane. Oh, let me find it for you and I'll tell you what they recommend for the tissue sentiments that they sell. I have it right here somewhere. No, that's gesso, but it's this person. Yeah, Dina Wakley. There's a matte medium that comes in a little bottle like that, or a big bottle. I don't know that I'd even glue the high in, except for it will fall out, probably. Well, not really. And that's different. You don't see a card like that every day, do you? A fishing line tied to the fishes? How? Now, how would you do that? Here I go again, living dangerously, taking a risk to cut that off, but that's okay. I smeared that. Of course I did. There's a hair in here. Will that work? I gotta get that hair out. That looks like an animal hair, and where did that come from? They're not allowed in here. All right, let's do first pop this up, and I'm making a mess of it, but that's okay. I'm still okay with it. Well, thank you, Michelle. Okay, so we're gonna go just a little under 4, a little under 5 1/4. That'll help hold all this mess together. I almost feel like I should on purpose make the rest of these wavy, because then you'd never know I messed up. Yeah, I think I'll leave it inside. I think you guys are onto something. I hear cat disruptions. Oh, wow. So we've been cleaning out our kitchen cabinets, and we found a whole bunch of like wine glasses and little like cordial glasses and stuff like that we never ever use. I mean, basically they've been in there so long they're covered in dust. So we made the decision to toss them. And that's what Mike's doing right now. He's taking out the big trash can that we dragged in the house to toss all those dishes we don't use. It just doesn't make sense to have cupboards full of crap you don't use. I don't drink wine. Mike drinks wine, but you know what? He'll drink it out of a mason jar. You know what? We're that oaky. Yeah, the cat wants the fish. I want a fish in there. I really do. I could do that, though. Where's that little tag? I could cut the fish right out of the tag. I could put a couple of fish in the pocket. Yeah, let's do that. Let me get little scissors. So what we did here while I'm doing this, we foiled some of the tissues from the ArtStacks, Tracy Verdugo. I wrote it down here because I knew I would forget. Under the Sea. And then I used the multimedia mat to put them down, the tissue down onto the paper. And then I did stamp a dictionary page or a book page that had columns in it. So that's my columns. Made the high out of a scrapbook.com die set, which is, and I'll put links down below after the video. I don't, I've asked my mods, please don't do that during my lives because it's just distracting. If you ask for one, of course they'll put one, but which way does this fish go? I think he's gonna go this way. He's gonna go boop boop, hit him down. Oh yes, I left the little fish in the pocket. Yes. Yeah, we're just tossing what we don't need. That's it. No point in the world in keeping them. I really like this foil. Even if I put like a matte medium over it, what it did was it gave this really cool metallic effect. Where'd my tweezers go? Kind of want them over the high. Oh yeah, I love the fish in there. I think that I'm just going to leave this loose so it can be taken in and out. Okay, so we got high. Just note to say hello. And then be brave enough to be bad at something new. Well, folks, it's 3:09 p.m. Central Time. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't know what time yet. I haven't decided. Trying to avoid going in the evenings as much as possible, but I know sometimes evenings is the only time people can make it. So it'll be a surprise. Thank you, Crystal. Thanks for coming over and letting me hang out in your craft space, your living room, your kitchen, your car, wherever you might be. And I really appreciate you hanging out on my channel. I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up. I will link what I used below after the video. So, Anj, I'm glad it is, because I kind of miss, and also I think there's a couple of more people that come that are from, I've got a friend from Denmark, I think, or Sweden. Oh gosh, my brain's, you know, but anyway. You guys, I will see you around the rooms. Thanks for coming. Take care. Bye-bye.